Hey guys, we have to boycott Activision and Call of Duty. Yeah!
है महबूब दे देखने कारण
Alright, welcome back to another amazing video. I am the Ghost of 8. Listen, I want you to open your minds here for a second. Seriously, like, stop the bullshit. Just stop and let someone actually with some critically thinking skills talk to you and explain how the world works, explain why all these morons like Blame Truth and New Cinema and almost 99% of these Call of Duty dork YouTubers. Honestly, fuck them all. They're all a bunch of simp-ass dumb morons, okay? And a lot of you followers of them are not paying attention because you're dumb as well. So let someone who's far more intelligent, critically thinking, and aware of how the world works explain how the world works and why people who say boycott Activision, I understand. Let me also bring it to you. Let's hug it in. Let's hug it in. Come on, let's bring it in. Come on, okay. Let me be nice to you for a second. I understand why you think that's a good thing to do, but let me explain why that is illogical and lacks any kind of common sense. You want to boycott Activision, right? Because you're mad. Rightfully so. Don't get it twisted. Don't let a bunch of fake news Call of Duty YouTubers out here try to spread fake news like they were CNN. Let me be honest. Yes, Activision is bad. They're a piece of shit company. Taking down all these servers, all their microtransactions, all their dealings. If there's been anybody in the Call of Duty community for decades upon decades who has been more vocal than me for hating Call of Duty and YouTube and Activision, you're not going to find them. I am the one and the only. Everybody else, like Blame Truth, is simply just a beta male copy brand of what I've done. So let's not try to tell stories that like, oh,
This guy Ghost of 8 is defending Activision. He's an Activision shield.
like, honestly, you can go fuck yourself and get hit by a car for people that think that or say that. You're full of it, and you're just nothing but a fake news spreading piece of shit. So Activision can go pound sand. Bobby Kotick can get dragged behind a car through town. Yes. But what you people want to do and think is going to somehow change the world or boycotting Activision is how stupid you are. Let Big Daddy Ghost here explain to you now and put you on fucking blast, alright? You want to boycott it. Cool. Don't buy the game. Don't buy the game. It's not going to matter, by the way, as well. It's not going to affect their profits. 99% of people are still going to buy the game, and Call of Duty is still going to be the number one selling game this year in 4 or 5 months. And Blame Truth and all these people are going to buy the game, okay? Ghost of 8, everybody me, we're buying the game. You may not, but like all these YouTubers definitely are, and everybody else in the world is too. They don't care. And this is why you need to get some perspective. Let me just get to it. Let me get to it. Thank you for staying patient and being by while I ranted for a second. You don't like Activision because they're a bad company, so you want to boycott them. I agree. Bad company. Now let's have some perspective and let's have consistency. So if you're going to boycott Activision, kudos to you. Big ups. Do it. Boycott them. But you're going to also have to boycott a lot of other things in your life if you want to have consistency. Otherwise, you're going to be called what I would call, and what everyone else would call, a hypocrite. The phone that you're writing on, right? The electronics that you use, everything that is done with batteries and your cell phones and your computers and your video games, your PlayStation 5s, 4s, whatever it is you play video games on, is by far more egregious on the world stage than Activision being a greedy company. And let me explain why to you. Now, I've had some morons try to say that this is subjective. This is not subjective. This is objective. This is cold, hard facts. This is not my opinion. This is not up for debate. This is a fact. As much as you don't want to believe it, this is what I'm going to say is a fact. The minerals in your phone, the things and the components that make up your phone, are built through slaves. Understand that. The minerals come from Africa. There's been a huge expose on this, whether it be from Joe Rogan, having people on this podcast, to even news articles, and it's not even up for debate. Even Tesla themselves are trying to get away from this because all their cars are made with slave labor, all their batteries. In Africa, all the minor minerals like cobalt, whatnot, come from just one region, mostly the Congo. And most of the people that work in those mines are literal children slaves and adult slaves, where they have the worst working conditions and they all suffer greatly. They get paid nothing. They risk their lives so that people like you and me can make this video and tweet about it on our electrical devices or drive around our electrical cars or play our video games. Not only that, the company that owns these mining companies are owned by the government of China. One of the worst human violations, one of the human rights violators in the world, one of the worst countries in the world when it comes for rights for people, right? No, they don't give a shit about nothing but making money. So let me put it together here for some of you who are really stupid. So if you're going to boycott Activision because they're so bad, they're so terrible, then you have to boycott everything else. Otherwise, you're a hypocrite, because you can't boycott something that really is not that big of a deal. They're just a greedy corporation taking down
Call of Duty servers. Oh my god, they took down the Call of Duty servers.
Another thing about that is bullshit. Sorry, let me get this out of my way. Another thing about that, which is total trash, is that 99.9% of you don't even play those games. It's on PC only, and they're obscure servers, and you have to do a bunch of hoops to jump through. There's a couple thousand people, if that play those games. And 99% of the YouTubers complaining besides, I'll say Mr. T Lexify is probably the only guy that's going to be hurt by this, because he really did play that a lot, and that was really, his wheelhouse. But as far as a regular person goes, no one plays that, no one cares, no one knows about it. Ask anybody outside this little clique of YouTube and whatnot, which is a very small minority regarding to the majority of gamers. No one gives a fuck, no one knows. It's outrage just to have outrage that's being created by YouTubers so they can make videos and get upset and get clicks and feel like they're the hero. Like, oh, look at me, I'm against Activision, I hate them. Yeah, make sure like Blame Truth or whoever it is, New Cinema or Merc Music or whatever the hell it is, sitting here making videos, face jab, getting all upset about something, and at the end of the day, no one cares. Corporation being a corporation, they don't have to give you a reason why they want to shut them down. They have their right, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't be able to have a cease and desist letter by lawyers because it's theirs. They can do what they want with it. They can tie to pound sand. No one cares. No one plays them. But back to my point. Consistency about the fact of that if you're going to stop doing all this with Activision, I get it. But there's a whole lot worse in the world that you are participating in on a daily basis that actually affects human beings and hurts people and makes you complicit in slavery and all kinds of human rights violations and death, and that's just how the world works. But you all turn a blind eye to that. You're like, I don't care about that. Okay, I don't know. But Activision's bad for shutting down servers, so I can't play my Call of Duty, which I don't even play anyways. Oh no. Oh, like that matters, man, when there's so much worse off in the world. But the thing is, you're not going to do nothing about that. I'm still going to use my cell phone. I'm still going to make video games. I'm still going to wear clothes that are made in China or Indonesia by slave wages so that we can get cheap stuff. We're still going to do all that. America's still going to be the biggest arms trader to Saudi Arabia with $200-300 billion of arms selling to him, even though everyone believes that Saudi Arabia flew planes into a freak in the world trade. Everyone is just like living in a world that isn't reality, it seems like. And, we just pick and choose the dumbest things to get upset about when really there's a whole lot more going on out there that we're all complicit in that we just turned a blind eye to. That's my point. That's my video. You know what? Sadly, though, a lot of you ain't going to even get this, and you're going to still leave comments down below that I'm a hater or jealous or whatever. And honestly, we're just pissing in the wind, but hey, I got to make a video. I hope you enjoyed it. I still love you. Jesus said to his Father, forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they have done. And just like you're all just a bunch of morons that don't know what you're doing. But you know what? I'm Jesus. I'm the greatest. I'm the Ghost of 8. Take care. Thanks for watching. Last but not least, and most importantly, stay Black Question Authority. And don't let the reptilian shapeshifters bring you down. Peace.